like a storage where you can keep things. For example, I made an example last week that, for example, if I asked a user to input his or her name, probably while they were registering or something, and I want to greet the user again, I wouldn't have to ask the user to input their name again because I've collected their name before.
Okay.
So variable is just like a container where I will store it. Let me show you guys something. Just like I said, let me show you guys something. So let me open my Chrome here. So let me open a new tab here. Just hold on. So please, okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, just like I showed you guys yesterday. Only that you should be able to explain what variables are. I think you should. But anyways, let me just show you what variable does basically. So I'm going to come to my Chrome here. I'm going to click on inspect. Yeah. So basically, I told you guys last week, inspect should just inspect the codes of the website for you and help you just bring up your Chrome developer tools or your developer tools, whatever browser you're using. Every browser should have it. Is that taken? So I'm just going to come here to my console and show you what a variable is. So if I say variable bucket, let me see, bucket, take us to, what's the name of the bucket? Let's say a name quotes. So now I'm going to show you what, let me draw this up. Which show you guys what variables are. Sorry, I have to switch between two meetings. Okay, let me just go straight to my snippets. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Okay, cool. Okay, so very good. So I'm going to show you guys basically what I was talking about, and let me just give it test.js. So yeah, let me come here and give name a variable bucket equals to, what do I call it? Name code. So let's call here, come here and call. Let's see what this one will give us. Yeah, no wrong. Can you guys see the bottom of my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just like I was explaining, a variable is basically a storage or a container. Is that okay? So I assigned and you need to name your variable so that you can be able to know the particular container you are trying to call. For example, if I have two different flavors of ice cream, and I want to store them in different buckets, but I did not name the bucket. Probably this is vanilla, this is chocolate, this is whatever flavor, other flavor that you guys probably would like. If I do not name them, and I want to ask someone to get me probably the chocolate flavor of the ice cream, the person will probably get confused because there's no label on the variable, there's no label on the bucket. So for us to be able to understand what we've kept inside the variable, we need to give it a name that we can relate with. So I just gave this one a random name. I gave it bucket. If I want a name, I can name my variable my name. So I will say Covenant because Covenant is my name. And then if I call my name down here, and then I run this code, you'll be able to see it here. Can you guys see it here?
Yes, we can see it, sir.
Okay. So this is the importance of naming variables because, for example, if I had just used, let me say, if I had just used DDD and DDD, and I'm calling DDD here, it will be very, very hard for me to understand. Oh, sorry. What did you say? DDD is not defined. Okay, it's for these. Let me run them. Run it again. Now it is working. So if I had named this DDD, it will be very, very hard for another person that wants to use my code, for example, to understand what was stored in the variable. I hope you guys I get what I'm saying. So I can you guys hear me? Please, I need responses. Can you guys hear me? Sorry.
We can hear you now, sir.
Okay. I asked the question and I've basically forgotten about it. I thought it was my network, sorry. I thought it was my network. So I was just trying to explain the concepts of variables. The concepts of variables. Okay, so I was just trying to explain the concept of variables here. So I don't know if you guys understood what I explained because my network is doing some error. Please, I need responses, please. I just want to show us the functions and all, and we'll be done with this class.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you come again with the variables?
Okay, I'll explain what variable means again. Please just hold on.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, I was saying variable is basically a container where you can store users' inputs or a particular inputs that you want to do. You guys will understand better when we get to JavaScript DOM as document. So in this place, I created a variable called dddd, and I was trying to say that if another person is going to check my code and I named it something like dddd, or I just named it something like dedd, the person might probably not be able to relate to my code as much as I'm going to type my name. Wait, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Did you hear what I said about variables?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. You said it's a container where you can store a particular input.
Okay, very, very good. So I'm just trying to tell us that we should be careful when we are trying to name our variables also, because you can have thousands of variables in your code. So you should name it something that anyone can easily relate with. For example, if I want to store a name, I can say my name, I can call it name or something, or user's name. Yet. So that's basically what variables are all about. So there was something we did last week that I want to show something. I want to show something briefly from that. Okay, so I'm going to write an alert code for this site now to show you. So let me run this code. So it says Daniel, yeah, right? So, but for example, what if I want to write a lot of alerts so that it can happen at the same time consecutively? I'm going to show us how to do that now.
Sorry, sir, can you come again? I didn't get you.
Okay, what did you say? You said I should come again or what?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. I didn't get you.
Okay, I said I just want to basically show us what functions are all about. So in the next probably 10 minutes, we'll be done with this class. Is that okay?
Okay, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, for example, I taught us about alerts last class, and then let's say I want to say alert. My name is Daniel, but I probably want the website to bring a couple of informations after each other. Maybe after saying alert, my name is Daniel. I will say alert again. My name is I am 20 years old. This is probably not going to happen in any case because there's no site that would bring a composition to you. You know that thing we used to do when we were in junior school. There's no site that will bring that to you or ask you to write a composition about yourself. I'm just basically using this to explain the concept of functions. So we've learned about alerts, we've learned about prompts, and I gave us an assignment to go through other JavaScript keywords. So I don't know if you've done that or not, but we can't really go through that. Have you done it? Did you go
Okay.
through it?
Yeah, I went through some stuff.
Okay, which one did you go through?
I went through the function. Yes.
Okay, went through functions and stuff.
Yes, I went through alert again. I went to read it again.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
So, please just hold on. Okay, so I was just trying to explain basically what function will do to you, to your code. So for example, I want to write a code for a robot to leave the house, and then from leaving the house, I want to give the robot the directions to get a milk for me. Probably I'm tired and stuff, and I want my robot to go out to get a milk for me. Are you getting me? So I want to write a code that will execute one after the other. So I can write I'm writing a code that will tell the robot that okay, leave the house. Then after leaving the house, the robot will respond okay and will say okay, move right. After moving right, say move right again. After moving right, you say probably move up, and give it direction for it to get the milk and come back. Is that okay?
Yes, I get you. Yes, I
Okay,
get you, sir.
very good, very good. So that's
Yes,
where functions come in. So functions will just basically carry a series of instructions inside a particular container. So it's just like we have just like a variable. It's like carrying a container inside another container. Do you get that?
Yes, I got that, sir. I got it.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. So let's just start with naming our robots. Let's say an alert keyword that says hi. So it says okay, yeah, it works. So now let's start with writing our function. So I'm going to clear this, and then I'm going to call function. The keyword for writing function is functions. Do you get? The keyword for writing function is function.
Yes, sir.
For example, for variable, the keyword for writing variable is VAR. Do you get that?
Yes, sir.
The keyword for writing
Yes,
is VAR, but for function, it's basically just function. So there are three things, there are three parts of this function. So we have the name of the function. You can see it from my screen here, that it automatically brought it out for me. We have the name of the function, we have the params, which is like what we call properties. So each function, there are functions that have different properties that you can put into, but we are not going to go into that today. And then right inside these curly braces, so this bracket is called a curly brace. So right inside these curly braces, that's where we are going to put our instructions for our robots. So let me just name this function, the function to get milk. So probably in our robots, we are going to have different functions. Probably functions to get milk, functions to clean the house, functions to sweep the floor and stuff like that. So this is a function that we're writing to get milk. Is that okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, sir. I'm following you.
Okay, so functions get milk is what we're trying to write. So, and what we basically want to do is to give the robot instructions after instructions. So we can say alert. The first alert will be what leave the house, because the robot cannot basically get milk without leaving the house. So I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to copy this alert keyword a few times because we are going to use it. Let me just copy it a couple of times here. So I'm going to use the whiteboard on Zoom to explain this. Okay. Okay, very good. I think this is enough. I think this is enough. So I want to explain something basically with the whiteboard. Let me see. Where's the whiteboard? Okay. Where is it? Whiteboard. Well, I can't seem to find the whiteboard here. Well, let me just show us what this code will do first, and then I will explain it. So probably you want to tell obviously the robot cannot get a milk from the store without leaving the house. Does it have any superpower to get the milk automatically? We'll ask the milk to fly to the house. We have different technologies right now. You can order from our house and stuff like that. But you don't want to use that. You want your robots to work. You want your robots to go to the store to get a milk for you. So obviously the robot has to leave the house first, and then you know the direction of the store. So you can just tell the robot, move right. I'm giving the robot instructions. I'm going to tell you what functions we do now. Move right. Let's say move left also. Okay, very cool. Let's say move right again. And then the last one can be probably move up. And then you say get milk. So
sorry, sir, I want to ask a question.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Okay, so you put move left, like there's no space in between. Does it mean does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everything
so we can
you
put
see
space in between.
Yeah, you can. Anything you see in between these codes, anything you see in between these codes are what we call streams. So we can basically put anything we want. You can put a space, you can just write it like you are writing your basic English.
A normal sentence. Okay, sir.
Yeah, just like writing normal sentence. Is that okay?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are just basically writing instructions for our robots. So please hold on. Yeah. So we've given its basic instruction. We said leave the house, move right, move left again, and then move right, move up, and then once it's moved up, it has gotten to the store. So this is what we call an MVP, just a minimum viable product. We are just giving an MVP here, a minimum viable product. So we are not, obviously the robot needs more instructions probably tell the cashier this and tell the cashier that. We are not going to do that because of time. We are just going to build a minimum viable product here. So you've told it move up and get milk. So, and then after getting the milk, we are going to give it the instruction again. So let's just say move up. Then again, you are going to say move right, and then you say move left, and move right again. Let's say move right again. So now we are done with giving instructions for the robots. So anytime we want to execute a function, all you just need to do is to call the function. So once you just add a link that will carry you to another site. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So just like I was saying, once you've written your function, you've given it names and everything, you've given the instructions you want in your function. All you need to do is to call the function. So I can have different functions in my website. So that will help me to understand that I need names that I can relate with. Do you get? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I get you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to call my function now. Just hold on. Okay, so I'm going to call my function now, and I'm going to say get milk here. So let's see what it will do. Let me run this code. So it says, so once I call this function, my robot is already receiving the instruction of where I leave the house. So the robot is leaving the house. It says, okay, I've left the house. What do you else want me to do? Say, okay, I've left the house. It says move right. Okay, I'm moving right. It says move left, move right again. It says move up. And then once I've moved up, I've gotten to the store. It says get milk, and move up again, move right, move left, move right again. There's one instruction we forgot to add here, because the robot will just keep moving up and down the street. Then once we are done with this one, we can just say, yeah, I calculated the number of alert I pasted. I knew there was something missing. So it says enter the house. Okay. So that is basically how to write a function. We are going to do a lot of things with function very soon. We're going to do a whole lot of things with function. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir. I'm trying to practice on my.
So I basically just I just want you guys to go through W3 schools again, learn about functions and what you can do. Try the exercises that are there. Do you get? Just try the exercises that are there.
Yes, sir, I tried it in last class, but they were using the like editor, like direct.
Okay. I'm going to
Yes.
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop my phone number here so that once you try
Okay, sir.
it, you can ask me any question you want to ask me. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or let me just drop the link to my Instagram. I really don't have stuff on my Instagram, but I can chat from on there. So you can just search for Covenant Codes on Instagram. So
Covenant.
any
Okay.
question you
Have you
want to
sent it,
ask me,
sir?
Covenant Codes. Yeah, I've sent it to the chat. So any question you want to ask me, you can just ask me on Instagram.
Okay. Let me
Okay,
write it
so
down.
I
Okay,
I
sir.
I want you guys to try things out and surprise me before the next class. Try things and just do something awesome before next class. Is that okay?
So I've done mine on I use Visual Code to practice with the W3 schools.
Or you use Visual Studio Code.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. So I'm basically just going to end the class now because I have to be in another meeting right now. So
Okay, sir. No problem,
so
sir.
that's basically why I dropped my Instagram link so that you can
Okay. If I
talk
have
to
any
me.
question, I'll
Yeah.
text you, sir.
All right, very good.
Okay. Thank
So
you very much, sir.
yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm hoping we would have a lot of people join the next class because the attendance is not really encouraging.
It's not encouraging. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, but anyways, I am very sure you gained a little, even though I was a little bit distracted during the course of the class. So,
Yes, sir.
we'll see next class.
Okay, sir. No problem,
Right,
sir.
bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye, sir.
Bye.